Hey guys, this is Lobster right here, and I'm back again with another video. This time another video in less than a week. Please like any of my content, subscribe to my channel, and share them to others. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. Hello guys, this is Lobster right here, and today I'll be talking about the other leaks in Season 8 in Krunker.io with a date confirmed. So it will be released on May 14th. That's already the second week of May 2025. So as I am making this video, it will come out like days away after this video has been published. So right now I'll be explaining some more leaks for Season 8 in Krunker.io for the first part of today's video. So one of the leaks I'll show you right now is rank mode, but in beta version. So they're re-implementing it again in our game, just like how the first rank mode was in 2021 but was removed in 2022 when the game was partnered with FaceIT back then. But now the rank mode will be re-implemented again, but in a different way, no longer FaceIT. Now related to rank mode beta that is coming into Krunker.io when Season 8 arrives, they're working also on the match history, which is something like this that I'm going to show you here. So this is how it looks like, the match history when in rank mode. I'm not sure if it's something a little bit of MOBA, like when you have the match history containing everything, but such as it's different because it's an FPS game. So what will the beta rank season look like? So the answer is this screenshot here, but it's broken into two parts. So you may want to pause the video if you want to read them. And that you guys saw is actually some info, which I think is the matchup of queue up menu screen, but it's under development by the devs. Also, they're trying to mandate the use of anti-cheat system so that there will be no cheaters in rank mode. Especially they're trying to communicate with the KPD to respond to calls if there are hackers in that said mode. And now for the most awaiting part, which is the announcement of Season 8. So it was said that Season 8 will come out on May 14th or May 15th Singapore time. So with that, here's a screenshot of this announcement that I'll show you what the FRVR stuff made with. So with that screenshot I already did show here, I'm hoping that Season 8 will bring such comeback changes to Krunker.io, especially the FRVR stuff that have been working on for several months. So I'm looking forward to making Krunker content with it, and this might be one of the last videos for Season 7 that I'll be making with, since the game has been stopped for Season 7 for like more than 2 years.
To whom it may concern, we the inmates of Litchfield are human beings. We are protesting the abusive conditions under which we are being held.
Turn the lights out, let's get the bulldozers in here and turn this place into a parking lot.
So moving on to part 2 of today's video, and just like in the previous video, I have now another 5 nuke gameplay compilation, which is the same number also in today's video. So these nuke gameplays I have were recorded from March 2025 until April of the same year. So I am now compiling this, or these rather. So when they are already compiled as a YT video, I can immediately delete them from my possession. By the way, before I even show you the next part, there was an announcement in Krunker Bunker around May 8th, nighttime Singapore time. So it's an announcement regards to the release of Season 8, and also an image which includes what is a roadmap or a Krunker calendar. So after showing you guys the nuke gameplays, I will show you the screenshots before concluding today's video, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy my nuke gameplays, and I'll end my speech here on this part, and enjoy the rest of today's video, guys.
Cool guys don't look at explosions. They blow things up and then walk away.
That's all, folks.